श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद. So we'll be reading from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela chapter 1 verse number 4. So yeah, we'll do the Mangalacharana prayers and then we'll try to discuss and understand. Om Ajnanatimrandasya Gnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langete Girim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Sri Gurum Denatarin Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanya Iswaram Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubhyayevacha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्. रूप गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. So Chaitanya Charitamrita author is Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So the pattern which we will discuss is, first we will understand the mood of the author, Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Then we will understand the mercy given to by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Rupa Goswami. Then we will try to understand about this book Chaitanya Charitamrita in brief. Then we'll try to go in details of this very important, confidential, important verse. Many factors to it. We'll try to discuss some of it. And the first Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So before that, the prayer. So before we can understand or explain transcendental subject matter, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, we need the power. So mentioned Jaya Swarupa Srivasadi Prabhu Bhakta Gana Shakti Deha Kariyena Chaitanya Varnana. So Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is offering these prayers. Please give his praying to Swarup Damodar Goswami, who is the Lalita Sakhi, is the closest associate. Ramanand Rai and Swarup Damodar Goswami, they are constantly throughout, even in Gambhira with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that's why praying to all glories to Swarup Damodar Goswami and all the other devotees headed by Srivas Thakur, one of the Panchatattva. So please give me the strength to describe the characters of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So with that, we take the mercy from Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami and all this Swarup Damodar Goswami and Srivas Thakur, so that we'll be able to describe with our limited capacity. So when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita, everywhere Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is speaking, what is the mood, how he is not thinking he is qualified to write this transcendental literature. He is praying to 6 Goswamis. So at the end of each and every chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, we see that Sri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Sri Krishnadas, Chaitanya Charitamrita Kahe Krishnadas. Sri Rupa Raghunatha Pade Arayas, and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Kare Krishnadas. So by taking the mercy of the 6 Goswami, starting with Rupa Goswami, I'll try to try to choose the remnants of his Vrindavan Das Thakur, who has written Chaitanya Bhagavat, and then also the mercy of Rupa Goswami. I'll be able to write and understand this subject matter. And he's also praying in few other chapters, especially in Antalila beginning. We can understand the mood of Krishnadas Kaviraj. This is the mood we have to follow when we are performing devotion service. Anything we do in bhakti, we must follow this mood always. That will help us to grow. It is mentioned Pangum Pangum langayate salilam mukham avruttaye srutim yat krupatamaham vande Krishna Chaitanyam Iswaram. Then further is mentioning Durgam Patime Amdasya Skalit Pada Gate Muhu Yat Krupa Yastida Sri Swa Krupa Yastidanena Santa Santu Avalambana. I offer my respectful obeisance to all the devotees. Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, by whose mercy even a lame man can cross over a mountain and dumb man can recite Vedic literature. And my path is very difficult. I am blind and my feet are slipping again and again. Therefore, may the saints help me, grant me the stick of their mercy and support. So, this is the mood of Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. So, this was has many facets where Sri Jiva Goswami gives 10 reasons, 10 aspects, 10 gifts of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And we'll try to decode this verse to some extent. That is by Jiva Goswami. And then this verse, who has composed this verse? Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's mood is such that he is not directly offering his blessings, actually. He is actually offering the blessings from Rupa Goswami to all of us, to all the readers, all the practitioners. So this verse actually is composed by Sri Rupa Goswami. It is mentioned in Vidagdha Madhava. When Rupa Goswami met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu initiated both of them, Rupa and Sanatana, at Ramakeli, while they were working at Nawab Hussain Shah's government. And after that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showered his mercy. Then the first time they met at the Shaswamedh Ghat in Varanasi. So then Mahaprabhu instructed. Then later on, then Rupa Goswami came, during that time, before that, Rupa Goswami came from Vrindavan to meet again Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially Haridas Thakur's place, Shuddha Bakula, in Jagannath Puri, a very famous place. That's where they met. Rupa Goswami came to Haridas Thakur's place. They both of them, they are never directly going to Jagannath Puri temple inside. They're always staying outside. So they both are staying there, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes there. And he describes, so what are you writing? I heard you are writing a drama. What are you writing? Then he instructs, you cannot combine both, conjugal rasa and also opulence. Madhurya and Aishwarya, you cannot combine. You have to separate. Before that also he stays in a place, Satyabhamapur, and then he receives also a dream from Satyabhama herself. Then she also reveals the same aspect. Then it is confirmed with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's when he writes these two separate dramas of Lalita Madhav and Vidagdha Madhav. One is about the Dwaraka pastime, Aishwarya. So there is Aishwarya Dham, there is Audharya, there is Aishwarya, opulence, which is Dwaraka and Jagannath Puri, and Madhurya, which is Vrindavan, and then Mayapur, which is the mercy, Dham of mercy, which is called Audharya, Audatya. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give. So then in that way, Rupa Goswami has compiled both separately, Lalita Madhav and Vidagdha Madhav. So in that Vidagdha Madhav, Prabhupada is actually quoting in the 3rd chapter. So if you go back, I think last few weeks, I think devotees has covered the synopsis from Sutapadas Prabhu. Basically this chapter, these 14 verses are giving the invocation Mangalacharana prayers. The whole, almost up to 12 verses, 12 chapters of Adi Leela is talking about, the 7 chapters talking about the invocation. So especially these 14 verses, first 14 verses are talking about, first 2 are talking about, first one is talking about the general offering obeisance to devotees and the Lord and incarnate, all the 5 aspects of absolute Panchatattva. So then the second one is offering obeisance to Lord Nityananda Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the third one is describing about the divinity of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the fourth one is basically is talking about the external reasons of appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then 5 and 6 is describing about the confidential internal reasons of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then 7 to all the way to 11, 12 is talking about Lord Nityananda Prabhu's glories, his appearance, his position. Then the last 2 or 3 verses talking about Lord Advaita Acharya, Mahavishnu, Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Balram, and Krishna is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. In this way, these 14 verses offering beautiful prayer, Mangalacharana prayers. In this way, this verse appears. So, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is quoting Rupa Goswami's Vidagdha Madhav, verse number 2. from Vidagdha Madhava. There it is mentioned, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is giving commentary on that, where it is mentioned that Mahaprabho Spuritam Vina Rasa Aswadanam Prapatte iti Bhava. Without the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one cannot describe the pastimes of the Supreme Lord. From that verse too. Further, therefore, Rupa Goswami says, Va yasmakam hridaya guhayam sachinandano hare pakshe simha spuratav. Because just like Mahaprabhu appears as Lord Narsingdev, as a Gaura Simha is called. This is explained in Adilila also. How Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears, I had shared before about these 6 pastimes of Lord Narsingdev. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is appearing as different pastimes of Lord Narsingdev in 6 different ways. So one of them is this, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearance is described in Adilila 3rd chapter, in 30 and 31st verse, where it is explained how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is one of the reasons why we see in this verse Hari. There is another reason which we will describe later. But one of the reasons Hari is also means lion. How by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appearing as a lion, Gaura Simha, is entering into the Hridaya. That's why further it is mentioned, Hridaya Kandare. Hari Purata Sundar Dhyuti Kadamba Sandipda Sada Hridaya Kandare is entering into the caves of the hearts and removing all the elephantine vices, unwanted disturbances, the obstacles, anarthas, is removing as a Simha. What will Simha do? All the whatever is there, the animals in the forest, as soon as the lion comes, everybody runs away. Like that, as soon as Gaura Simha enters into our heart, immediately all the unwanted things runs away from our heart. So that is the one meaning of this Hari. And then Hridaya Kandare Spratav, that is one meaning. So we are, I will just chant these verses, beautiful verses. Chaitanyera Simhera Navadvipe Avatar Simha Griva Simha Virya Simhera Hunkar Sei Simha Vasuk Jivera Hridaya Kandare Kalmasha Dvirada Nase Yanhara Hunkare. So lion like Lord Chaitanya appeared in Navadvip. He has the shoulders of lion, power of a lion, and loud voice of a lion. May the lion be seated in the core of the heart of every living being. Thus, with his resounding roar, may he drive away one's elephantine voices. So, now let's understand. This is in the Vidagdha Madhava. This same verse, exact verse, is quoted in Vidagdha Madhava by Rupa Goswami, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is borrowing and is giving the blessings of Rupa Goswami to all of us. So that is the context. And then, Vrindavan Das Thakur, further, the first verse is also very nice verse, where it is mentioned how by taking the shelter and hearing the pastimes of Krishna, it reduces the miseries. Santapa Udgama Vishama Samsara Sarami Pranitan tu Trishnam Haratu Leela Sikarani. Krishna is called Leela Purushottam. Lord Ramachandra is called Maryada Purushottam. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Prema Purushottam. Prema Purushottam. So he has given to especially give Prema, appeared. Krishna himself has appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to distribute this Prema very freely. So there is mentioning, may the pastimes of Sri Krishna reduce the misery existing in material world and nullify all unwanted desires. Pastimes of the Supreme Lord are like Sikarani, blend of yogurt and sugar candy. They overpower the pride of even moon. They distribute the sweet pastimes of concentrated loving affairs of Srimati, Radharani and Gopis. So, that's what we see. And then we can see now Rupa Goswamis, how the Rupa Goswamis received the mercy. Author Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami describing in Brahma Samhita also we see similar verse, how Lord Brahma received his mercy. He received the Gayatri mantra by the flute sound from Krishna. But later on, the last 5 verses generally we skip, we don't chant those verses. But if you read carefully, Krishna is giving, if you want to create, I have given all that, but if you want to create and be situated in rightly, then here these 5 things, 5 truths. And then he talks about, Krishna talks about, he impregnates Lord Brahma with the energy, with the things, knowledge and everything what he needs for the creation and sustaining and maintaining his bhakti, maintaining himself in connection with Krishna, despite even though he has to create secondary creation. So the same way, so that's why comparison is given by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given impregnated Rupa Goswami with all the mercy, not ordinary mercy, transcendental potency actually. So that is described in Antalila, Madhyalila, chapter 19, verse number 1. वृंदावनीयम रसकेली वार्तम कालेन लुप्तम निज भक्ति निज शक्ति मुत्का संचार्य रूपे वेतनोति प्रभोर विदम प्राग इव लोक सृष्टिम. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu impregnated the heart of Rupa Goswami with a spiritual potency. Further, it is mentioned Rupa Goswami in Antalila. We see as this I was describing when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to meet Haridas Thakur and Rupa Goswami when he came back from Vrindavan. He could hear while dancing in Jagannath Puri for Radhayatra, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he chanted many different things, many verses actually. So one of them is also like a coded verse. Only Swarup Damodar Goswami could understand because he is the direct associate of Srimad Radharani. So he could understand the inner meaning of the verse which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is chanting. Reva Rotasi Vetasi Taruchale Samutkanta. So how I'm the same person who's want to go and meet at Reva Nadi river and that bank of the Reva Rodasi, Vetasi, and then I want to be engaged in that pastimes, ecstatic madness. I am in that. So but he is not directly, indirectly. Then understanding that Rupa Goswami, he compiled a verse, exact same verse but direct meaning. So immediately, it is a beautiful verse. 2 times it is quoted. There are 2 verses which are quoted again twice in Antalila about Rupa Goswami's deep understanding the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is also the first and foremost the quality of a devotee. The topmost devotee is who understands the mood of Guru, mood of the Lord, without the Guru or the Lord describing about it. So that means he is fully taken shelter of the Guru and the Lord with full attention, 100%, without any deviation. Then he could understand. That's the first class disciple. Same way Rupa Goswami could understand the inner desire of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's why Rupa Goswami has composed a verse. What did he compose? Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gorat Vishayanama. In that he is describing Nama, Rupa, Guna and Leela. What is that? So first one is describing Nama. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna. So first he is describing, he is Krishna himself, Nama. Krishnaya. First he is describing Nama. Then he is describing Rupa. So who is his Rupa is Krishna Chaitanya. So he is appearing as in the molten golden form in the mood of Srimati Radharani, complexion of Srimati Radharani is appearing, is called as Krishna Chaitanya, Rupa. And then he is talking about Guna, his qualities. What is his qualities? Namo Mahavadanyaya. Namo Mahavadanyaya is most magnanimous. His quality is most magnanimous. Is mentioned also here. Anarpita Charim. This was never given before. What kind of gift? That we will try to understand. Arpita means given. Anarpita means which is not given before. Charim means for long time. Chirat. Yeah, Chirat means for long time. As formerly. Charim means formerly this was not given before. Even when Krishna appeared. That also will try to describe and understand that. So Nama and then Rupa and then Guna is describing as Mahavadanyaya. Then he is describing about the Leela. Krishna Prema Pradayata. What is Leela? Distributing the actual love of God, love of Krishna, love of the highest love, Madhurya Prema. So, conjugal love. There are 5 principal rasas in Bhagavad Gita introduction. Prabhupada talks about it. One must, first of all, to understand Bhagavad Gita or transcendental literature, one must at least theoretically accept Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead. One must also know that there are 5 rasas: Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, Madhurya. Neutrality, the servanthood. Then you have the, what do you call it? Yeah, Shanta, Dasya. Dasya means servant. Then you have friendship, Sakya. Then Vatsalya, parential relationship. Then you have Madhurya, conjugal love. These are the 5 primary. Then there are 7 secondary, Gauna Rasa, Hasya, Bibhatsa, Bhayanaka, all those, Raudra. So those are the 7 secondary laws. So in this way, here Anarpita Charim, which was never given before. So in this way, Rupa Goswami, when he is compiling, he is clearly describing, articulating that Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. When we chant the holy name of the Lord, initially we should concentrate on the holy name itself. Then naturally, when we progress from Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, as we come to these 9 stages, as we go through the Anartha Nivritti, come to the Nishta and Ruchi, then Asakti and Bhava, especially in Asakti and Bhava, then the Rupa will be revealed. Till that point, it will not be, shouldn't artificially try to think or meditate on the form. Rather, we have to supposed to hear clearly what we are chanting. So that is that's why here he is describing Nama and Rupa and Guna and Leela in this Namo Mahavadanya. So Rupa Goswami could understand the depth and insights of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's heart actually. So he could compile, immediately compile. This is I think 79 verse, 79 verse in Antya Leela. So Rupa Goswami meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then 99 verse is also important, which is describing the glorifying the holy name with his tongue, with all his body limbs. These 2 verses repeats again, because when he wants to examine his devotees, are they envious of Rupa Goswami? So Rupa Goswami has understood everything, confidential things. Then he wanted to teach. They are not obviously Sarup Damodar Goswami and Ramanand Rai and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. They are not ordinary devotees. They are the exalted devotees. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to teach us, don't be envious of any devotee. Doesn't matter, anybody. Don't be envious. Rather, you can have transcendental competition, like Srila Prabhupada has taught us during the beginning, book distribution marathon with Radha Damodar Party and others in US especially. Huge competition. Prabhupada, yes, Dui Lage Huda Hui. Srimad Radharani and Chandravali, they always have competition there, but there is no envy, there is no jealousy. It's all transcendental jealousy, actually. Who can actually do better, offer better things, more and more for Krishna's pleasure? So same way you can compete. So you also distribute more. In that way, Prabhupada used to encourage all the parties. So that is the Prabhupada's mood also. So here also Rupa Goswami, you can see how, so he could understand the mood of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught that then Ramanand Rai, you ask, now I have impregnated him with my mercy. How could, he's asking, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asking Sarup Damodar Goswami, how did Rupa Goswami understood what I was chanting? Nobody could understand. How did he understand? Then Sarup Damodar Goswami, yes, obviously, without your mercy, he cannot compose this. That verse is Priyo Ayam Krishna Sahachari Kurukshetra Militas Tataham Sarada Tadedam Upayo Sangam Sukam Tatapi Antakeran Madhur Murali Panchamudhuje Kalindi Purina Vipani Yasproyati. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimad Radharani is thinking about going to Yamuna, bank of Yamuna, and he wants to hear the 5th note on the flute of Murali. She has 3 types of flutes. One of them is the Murali. He wants to hear that, that Priya is Priya. But in Bhagavad Gita, we don't see same that. So we'll also come to that bit. So that Priya is actually used into very confidential. 18.65 to 2 times Manmana Bhava verse is used. That is very confidential verse. That is also describing actually indirectly about the Srimad Radharani's love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Krishna's love for Srimad Radharani, the confidential. But it is not explicitly stated or disclosed in general. So, but that is also referring to the same point. So in this way, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so he quoted that verse, Rupa Goswami, exact the same what Mahaprabhu was chanting while dancing in front of Lord Jagannath. Then immediately, so then he described, when Sarup Damodar Goswami is told, how did he understand your mood and sang this verse? Then he mentioned, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu mentions, Tabe Shakti Sanchari Ami Kailun Upeksha Tumi ho Kahiyo Iha Anya Rasera Vishesha. I bestowed upon him my transcendental potency by seeing his humility, by seeing his quality of his devotional service. I bestowed. Now, you all, so Sri Ruper Akshara Yena Mukta Panti. Even Lord was very much pleased the way he writes Rupa Goswami, like a pearls. the way he writes also. He was very much Mahaprabhu attracted by his everything, what Rupa Goswami does. So he was very. Then he asked Sarup Dhamma, now you all also give your mercy. So give your mercy to him. So in this way we understand how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given his mercy. So all kinds of confidential truth. What is the truth? We'll describe. What is Krishna consciousness? That is described. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did he give? Yeah, let's discuss that. What did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu give to Rupa Goswami? The confidential truth. It is described that there are 6 things. When you say Krishna consciousness, these are the things included. Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Bhava Tattva, Leela Tattva. These are the 6 truths. Krishna Tattva, about Krishna, the truth of Krishna, absolute truth about Krishna. And then Bhakti Tattva, devotional service to Krishna. What is devotional service means? So that's where Prabhupada has given clear instructions. First you study Isopanishad, then you study Bhagavad Gita, then you study Nectar of Devotion, then you study Srimad Bhagavatam, then you come to Chaitanya Charitamrita. In this way you naturally understand. Otherwise, if you come to directly to Bhagavad Gita without understanding even the basic principles, then you will not really understand, grasp what Krishna is talking about. So the Isopanishad gives fundamental principles, preliminary things before you come to Bhagavad Gita. And then Bhagavad Gita describes about the bhakti, obviously, but in the middle 6 chapters as a cream. But then Nectar devotion, when you go into, then what the devotion service means, what are the 64 items means, what is this Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti means, what is the next level Raganuga Bhakti means, Bhava Bhakti means, what is Prema Bhakti means, 3 stages. There are 4 divisions in there. Each one has subdivisions in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Prabhupada translated on Nectar devotion. So that's why Prabhupada has systematically presented all of these. When he started also the classes also, he gave Isopanishad classes also, very long back, and Bhagavad Gita also, almost around the same time, or a little bit before. Isopanishad started before, and then Bhagavad Gita. So Chaitanya Charitamrita also, coming to that point, also Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhupada started initially in Hawaii when Govinda Dasi and Govinda Dasi Mataji and what is his name? Our husband, I forget, not Gaur Sundar, Gaur Sundar Prabhu. They both were somehow, they got teachings of Lord Chaitanya, I think Bhakti Vinod Thakur, who has in 1800s or 1900s, I think 1878 or something. He translated and he sent it to Canada. So it is there in libraries. Somehow or other they got a copy and they were reading about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in that book. Then, what are you reading? Prabhupada asked. Then they told, then immediately Prabhupada, yes, I will write now, I will translate Chaitanya Charitamrita. So in that way, Prabhupada started Chaitanya Charitamrita, and there is a huge pastime how Chaitanya Charitamrita actually originally 17 volumes in 1974. In few months, Prabhupada, you can understand the energy and the potency put by Srila Prabhupada in translating and giving it to us, his mercy. No sleep, hardly Prabhupada slept, because in very short time Prabhupada, that's why you see, he didn't elaborately give purports for each and every, especially in Adi Leela, you may not find many of them may not have purports, and sometimes in other words also, Madhya and Antya. In many places he has given, because he has short time, so he has to adjust accordingly. So wherever he must and needed, so he has given the purports. So, but he tried to finish almost in, I think, less than a year or, in few months, Prabhupada finished. I think Prabhupada finished, and then he has given the task to Rameswar Prabhu that you must print these books. Then within few months, they found a Kingsport Press in US, and then given, before that Bhagavad Gita was printed by Dai Nippon. Then they approached this, they stopped completely. They have given within these few months, you have to print all the 17 volumes. Then they stopped every other job, whatever they had, all the customers for 2 or 3 months, 2 months I think, 17 volumes done in 2 months printing. In that way, even the artists, those who are doing the paints, the pictures within the Chaitanya Charitamrita, all these were done. They also didn't have much sleep. Hardly they slept for a few days, here and there, half an hour, 1 hour a year. So that's how they worked. Devotees worked like that. Prabhupada also, for translating, he worked like that. So that is the mercy when we are reading, we have to understand what exactly Prabhupada, how much energy and his transcendental potency he put into this book. So how important it is. So we have to understand that aspect. So now when we say Krishna consciousness, we have to understand this Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva. Nectar devotion talks about Bhakti Tattva. And then Prema Tattva, that is the higher truth. What exactly when you say Prema? Nectar devotion part 2. For initiation, these books are important, required actually. Some may not say optional, but actually it is required. Bhagavad Gita, Nectar devotion part 1, Isa Upanishad, and then Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 1. So in this way, we understand even Bhakti Shastri also, that's why it is there. Actually, I heard in one lecture, Prabhupada saying, now next in September, you are going to write exam. That is Bhakti Shastri, Prabhupada is telling. This is not now, before in 1971 or so. So you can understand, that's why it is very important. And that is systematically studied. Then only we can really understand this transcendental subject. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Then only you can practice. You don't understand. So here it is talking about Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, Sar. Bhava Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva are. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he discussed with Rupa Goswami, he has given all this truth, confidential truth about all these tattvas, Tattva Vichar, Rasa Vichar, Tattva Vichar and Rasa Vichar. Rasa means mellows of the actual devotional service, mellows of devotional service, actual rasas. That is also included. So he has given both of them. Further, in another place also same thing is mentioned. Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Sabe Sikaila Prabhu Bhagavata, Siddhanta Pranta. The whole Siddhanta of the Tattva about Krishna consciousness I have described to, given my transcendental potency in this form, in this way I described to Rupa Goswami. So that's why he is able to understand and describes. Now, so what will happen when we read Chaitanya Charitamrita? It's one drop of Chaitanya Charitamrita, one mercy. Actually, Mahaprabhu himself is telling Rupa Goswami, I cannot describe the whole thing. I will give only one drop. One drop of Chaitanya, this ocean of nectar, of transcendental nectar. So it is mentioned that Chaitanya Chariter Ye Amrutera Sindhu Karna Mana Trupta Kare Era Eka Bindu. Life and characteristics of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are exactly like an ocean of nectar, one drop of which can please the mind and ear. Just one drop, but we have to pay attention. So now let us understand about this verse. This verse specifically is Paribhasha Sutra of Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is Paribhasha Sutra? Sutra means the code or the conclusions of a subject matter, the whole subject matter. If you look at Bhagavad Gita, there are two aspects, Tattva Vichar, Rasa Vichar. So in Bhagavad Gita, what is the Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavad Gita? Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavad Gita is 10.8. Aham sarvasya prabhu matta sarvam pravartiti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samandha. That is called Tattva Vichar. According to Tattva Vichar, Krishna is exemplified there in Aham sarvasya. I am everything, I am the source, everything is coming from me. Is establishing that fact explicitly. So 10.8. But according to the Rasa Vichar, actual Rasas is not explicitly described. So according to the Rasa Vichar, what is the Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavad Gita? 18.65. Same thing is in 9 verses also there. Same. Manmana bhav madbhakta madhyajimam namaskuru mame vaisya satyante pratijane priyosme. By just simply doing 4 things of think of me, become my devotee, worship me, offer your homage or offer your obeisances. And these 4 things. But it has much more and detail of the highest level of consciousness, prema. All these 3 levels, sadhana, bhava and prema is described within it. But it is coded actually. So that is the Paribhasha Sutra of Bhagavad Gita. All these are understood actually, and actually we will go to that in the next phase. But then the Paribhasha Sutra of Srimad Bhagavatam, we have to understand these aspects. If you don't understand the conclusions, then it will be difficult. So it actually Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita, also those 4 verses, 10.8, 9, 10, 11. Very important verses. We must know, study those purports, especially Prabhupada gives very important purports and classes also on that. Then Srimad Bhagavatam Paribhasha Sutra is 1.1.3. Before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, nobody could understand actually the position. They thought Krishna is also one of the incarnations of Narayana, one of the incarnations of Vishnu. But when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, he clearly articulated a very, very important verse. When we offer our obeisance, we can use this verse to pray to the Supreme Lord, Sri Krishna. Because Mahaprabhu taught this. आराध्यो भगवान ब्रजेश तनय तद्धाम श्री वृंदावन रम्या काचिदुपासना व्रजवधू वर्गेण या कल्पित श्रीमद्भागवतम प्रमाणममलम प्रेमा पुनोक्तो महान श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभोर मतमिदम तत्र आधारणा परः. The highest truth is been revealed here. Aradhyo Bhagavan Brajesh. I am not worshipping neither Dwaraka Krishna nor Madhura Krishna nor any other personality. Only Nanda and Yashoda's son. Aradhyo Brajesh Nanatadham Sri Vrindavan. That Sri Vrindavan Dham. Nanda and Yashoda living in Vrindavan. That personality. And then further, who else is worshipping? Ramyaka, gopis of Vrindavan. Go damsels of Vrindavan worshipping that personality. So I am talking about that rasa. Ramya Kajupa, Vrajavadhu, Vargena Yagam, Srimad Bhagavatam. Where it is mentioned? That it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam is actually revealing this confidential truth. According to the, confidential truth about this. So that's why Sri Chaitanya Srimad Bhagavatam Pramana Mamalam. Prema Pumartho Mahan is giving the actual, the highest conjugal law. Srimad Bhagavatam is revealing that. And then that who has mentioned this? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Tatra Adharana. There is no other superior truth than this. So that's why we study scrutinizing the Srimad Bhagavatam. And Prabhupada has, from the beginning, before coming, and here also, he has, especially in Hawaii, he has spent more time, finished 2 cantos, 5th canto and I think 7th canto, very quickly and rapidly in Hawaii, more than any place else. Prabhupada has translated those 2 cantos. Anyway, so in this way we understand actually the Paribhasa Sutra of Srimad Bhagavatam. What is Paribhasa Sutra? 1.1.3 or 1.3.3 I think, where it is mentioned Ete Chamsa Kalapamsa Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam Indrari Vyakulam Lokam Brudanti Yuge, establishing Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. All the incarnations coming from he is the Swayam Bhagavan. That is called Paribhasa Sutra according to Tattva Vichar. It is establishing the Krishna's position in his Tattva. But actually, according to Rasa Vichar, 1.1, first verse of Srimad Bhagavatam, it is talking about the actual conjugal rasa. Janmadhyasya anvayad addesha abhignaswara. Especially Janmadhyasya means it is not only creation, maintenance, destruction. Krishna is talking about. Actually, more confidential is the Vrishana Chakravarti Thakur or Rasika Acharya is talking about this. He is talking about this Janma Adi means original rasa. What is that original rasa? Conjugal rasa. It includes all other rasas. Shanta, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya is already included within that Madhurya rasa. So, where it is come, Krishna is Rasaraj, Rasovai Saha. He is actually, everything is in him. It is coming from him. So, and he exhibits when he comes fully. So, he is the Lila Purushottam. That's what we have to understand. So, according to Rasa Vichar, 1.1.1 of Srimad Bhagavatam is Paribhasa Sutra. What about Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu? That is Anya Vilasha. What is actual pure Bhakti? That is a Paribhasa Sutra of Nectar Devotion. Because if you don't understand actually when you study whole Nectar Devotion, what is exactly the conclusion? The conclusion is to always engage in pure devotion. Somehow or other try to come to pure devotion service. Try. Because obviously it's not easy. But we have to try, keep trying it. Anya Abhilashata Sunyam, which also will come in this verse. Actually, the gifts, 10 gifts, which Rupa Goswami is talking about, which Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is talking about. So, we must not have this karma, jnana, yoga, karma mishra, jnana mishra, yoga mishra. Actually, we have to come to the pure devotion, which is not having any tinge of none of these karma, jnana, or yoga. So that is Anya Abhilashita Sunyam, Jnana Karmadi Anavratam. Anukulyana, it must be favorably done. Anukulyana, Krishna Anusilanam. Anusilanam is activity. So that's why devotion service means not just simply chanting, not just simply reading or studying, but also we must do service whenever possible. We should try, at least we should have the desire to serve. Then Krishna will allow us to serve, give the opportunity. If we don't even have a desire, inclination, then where is the question of Krishna arranging? So that also we have to see where we are going with it. So in this way, it is mentioned here, the Paribhasa Sutra, then finally coming to Chaitanya Charitamrita, Paribhasa Sutra is this verse, is establishing the highest, revealing the highest truth. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come to give where no one else has given before. And then he is revealing this most confidential truth. And by just simply, doesn't matter whether it's qualified or unqualified. We'll come to that. So that's why this is called Paribhasa Sutra, because he's talking about the highest rasa, conjugal love, anarpit charincharat. Because otherwise, so many acharyas come, so many incarnations, they all came, gave this all other things, the benefits of enjoyment in this world or liberation. All these are being given before. But especially the giving the highest rasa, even they have given Vaikuntha, you can attain the 5 kinds of liberation, 4 kinds of liberation, especially devotees, Vaishnavas look for not merging into Brahman effulgence. Sarishti, Samipya, Salokya, so which is the same planet, same form, same appearance like Lord, and same opulence as Lord, in this way. So those kinds of liberation, general devotees want. Most of the acharyas described that in one of the 2 of the classes Prabhupada describes. Actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given the highest. No other acharya has given before. No other acharya, because he is talking about the highest love, the conjugal rasa, achincha veda abheda tattva. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is one who has given this truth, most confidential truth. So that's why it is very important. This is the Paribhasa Sutra of actual Chaitanya Charitamrita. Everything, all the sar, all the essence is included in this verse. So now we will go into detail, or we want to understand actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So let's understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy, or maybe let's go to the before that maybe let's go to the Jiva Goswami is giving the great detail of this verse, actually what it means, what exactly is giving. Anarpita Charim Charat means, what does it mean? Karunaya means, what does it mean? Let me describe that Karunaya, then we'll go to that Jiva Goswamis. Karuna means there is a Krupa and Karuna in general. Krupa means mercy. You want, please give me your mercy, Prabhu. You will approach the spiritual master, please bless me, give your mercy. That is Krupa. Karuna means causelessly he is giving. Guru, the Lord, especially Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, freely, without looking at anything. He is giving. That is why he is called very most magnanimous, and he is the most merciful. He is giving mercy freely, without looking at anything. That we will describe when we come to that. So that is what Karuna means. And then one pastime is there where, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking the mood of Srimad Radharani. So there is one pastime in Vrindavan described by our acharyas, that one time Srimad Radharani came to take bath in her Kunda, Radhakunda, and then all her Sakhis were there. Then they brought a news. Srimad Radharani, you have heard this news? In this same place nearby, there are the naughty boys started chasing after this female fox, and they are running and chasing, doing all kinds of things. They are making her afraid, and they are not leaving. Actually, they are became very naughty. Not only that, actually, when she was very afraid and running here and there, what they did is with that fear, she entered into a hole. She entered into some kind of a small cave kind of a thing, a small place. She entered. These naughty boys didn't stop even there. Then further they went and then closed that hole, and then they covered with a straw, and then they lit a fire. And see this naughtiness, see this most dangerous and worst thing you can do. Then immediately Srimad Radharani, wow, this kind of what a worst thing anybody can do. Especially it is happening in my place. And then she was very much distressed, and she started crying. Then she told, okay, now you bring that fox, bring that she fox to me. Then all the Sakhis went and brought the half dead, already, because burning, the fire is going on, already almost dead. So then they brought that fox in front of Srimad Radha, and then she just caressed that fox. Then by her mercy, then she came back, not as a fox, not as a human being. Actually, by her potency, by her compassion, by her mercy, Karunaya, that is what Karuna means. Not ordinary mercy, actually. The extreme mercy. She became a fox, she fox became a Sakhi. And she told, now you just engage in my service, do my service, engage in my service. So in this way, this is the mood of Srimad Radharani. Very, very compassionate. There are so many pastimes of Srimad Radharani like this. She is the most compassionate. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lord Krishna is taking the mood of Srimad Radharani So then, obviously, that is what Karuna means. Actually, very, very merciful. That we'll see the past times also. We'll hear about that. Now we'll come to that. Let's understand from Jiva Goswami what exactly when we say Anarpita Jarat. So doesn't that mean Krishna didn't give before? So nobody else is. What exactly is this which he didn't give? Then Jiva Goswami is describing exactly what is giving. Then before he is describing, he has described why did he appear? Why did he appear in Navadvip? So there, the Jiva Goswami is describing, actually, he appeared in Navadvip because Navadvip contains 9 islands. 9 islands represent 9 devotion service. That is there in Sanatana Goswami, instruction to Sanatana Goswami in, I think, Antya-lila, chapter 4, I think. Chapter 4 or 3 or 2, I think chapter 2. Yeah, Junior Haridas been chastised. In that chapter, there is a meeting of Sanatana Goswami through with Mahaprabhu. There, Mahaprabhu is instructing. So, Bhajanera Madhye, Navaveda Bhakti, Krishna Premadhan. By this, within the devotion, there are 9 types of devotion, 9 parts, 9 angas. Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedam. Iti Pumsarpita Vishnu, Bhaktischet Navalakshana, Tad Bhaktischet Navalakshana. Yeah, I forget the last 2 lines. Tad Prahlad Maharaj is using the 7.5.32, I think. So he is describing about these 9, Sravanam and Kirtanam. First 2 especially are called Bhagavata Vidhi. Sravanam and Kirtanam. It means chanting and hearing. While we are doing service, while we are cooking, while we are making garland, while we are worshipping the deity, while we are chanting, obviously. So these 2 things must go on. Sravanam and Kirtanam must go on in our whole life, actually. The hearing. Because even in Gola Vrindavan also this will go on. Because we are constantly glorifying Krishna. We are constantly receiving instructions. Even their Guru is there, their Prabhupada is also there. You may see them, you may meet them intermittently or sometimes, but they will already connect you when you go, when you reach there, connect you to the associate whom you will be in service, you will receive instruction from, but they will be in touch. So don't think that Guru is only here. Once I am liberated, once I go back to eternal, I don't need Guru. Actually, no. Guru's connection, that's why it is eternal. So we will receive instruction even eternally also. So that's why the Sravanam and Kirtanam is called Bhagavat Vidhi. Very, very important. The rest of them, Pancharatrika Vidhi it is called. When we are getting initiated the fire yajna, that is coming under Pancharatrika Vidhi. Especially Archanam, process of Archana, the deity worship, because it contains that rules and regulations. That aspect is actually coming. So that's why we combine both. But the predominant, underlying the essence is Bhagavat Vidhi, Sravanam and Kirtanam. We follow Pancharatra Vidhi. Narada Muni has given Pancharatra. That also is explained. Ratra means about the transcendental knowledge, removing the ignorance is called Ratram. Pancha means 5 different matter, 5 different subjects. It is explained about the Sattvika and Rajasika and Tamasika. The 5 different aspects of those are 5 truths. So that's why it's called Pancharatra. Bhakti, Nirgunaka, Sattvika, Tamasika and Rajasika. Different terminology is used, but that's what Pancharatra means. It talks about these 5 subjects. So Pancharatra Vidhi. So, but we are more the Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya are concentrated main focal point or focus is Bhagavat Vidhi, Sravanam and Kirtanam in whatever we do. That is the crux. That we see in Chaitanya Charitamrita if we study carefully in multiple places. In the same place here also. When Mahaprabhu is mentioning why did he appear in 9 islands? Navadvip, because it contains 9 islands representing within the ocean of love of prema, these 9 islands are sustaining this actual prema. Different angas, the ocean contains different things, right? So in that the 9 islands, the ocean comprised of these 9 things, these are the 9 limbs. It is actually sustaining this love, bhakti. So that's why Mahaprabhu has appeared there in Navadvip. To be within that, because that's what Navadvip represents. Srimad Radharani directly created this dham, actually. Krishna, after Radharani created Krishna for their pastimes, by her mercy, by her potency, she created. That's why it's a mercy, dham of mercy, Audharya dham. So very, very merciful. So in that dham. So that's what is, that's why Mahaprabhu. So there in this chapter 2 of Antya-lila, Sanatana Goswami, Mahaprabhu is describing Sanatana Goswami. After describing this Navaveda Bhakti, Then further Mahaprabhu is telling, Tara Madhya Sarvasreshta Nama Sankirtan Nirantara Nama Lailo by Krishna Prema. So out of all these 9, the most important is Nama Sankirtan, chanting the holy name of the Lord. And the same thing is mentioned also in multiple places. Multiple places in Satyaraj Khan's pastime also, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Satyaraj Khan is coming in the family of Gunaraj Khan. When we want to understand Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, there are various books. Chaitanya Charitamrita by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Chaitanya Bhagavat by Vrindavan Das Thakur, Jagadananda Pandit has written Jagadananda or Prema Vaivarta, I think, yeah. He is in a different mood. He has a fiery mood. One of the gopis. So Satyabhama, fiery mood, Jagadananda Pandit. That's why he's appeared as internal, one of the internal energy of the Lord. So there are various wonderful pastimes in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So he has written a separate book, Prema Vaivarta. Then you have Murari Gupta, who is associate, Hanuman appearing in the Chaitanya Leela. He also has written a book, I think that is Chaitanya Mahakavya. So Murari Guptas. And then there are also Swarup Damodar Goswami and others associates has written notes. Raghunath Das Goswami written even elaborate notes. Those are described in other books. So in this way, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes are described, but the main books are Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat. These two are the main books. And there is also Gunaraj Khan has written a book. It's called Sri Krishna Vijaya, Chaitanya Charitamrita. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami author is explaining this in one of the chapter, I forget which chapter, or in Chaitanya Bhagavat, Vrindavan Das Thakur describing about Gunaraj Khan's whole lineage. He has written, he was such a transcendental ecstasy that in Sri Krishna Vijaya is writing the highest love, highest truths, is describing in a poetic manner. And so Satyaraj Khan is coming in that Gunaraj Khan family, and then Mahaprabhu meets. He is from Kulina Gram, very nice place, because Haridas Thakur has given his mercy he stayed in that Kulina Gram and he has distributed his mercy. By that Kulina Gram, Mahaprabhu gave an instruction to them. Because they received the mercy of Haridas Thakur, Mahaprabhu has given the mercy to them. Now you engage, bring silk ropes every Jagannath Radhayatra, every Radhayatra, you bring silk ropes. Those are talking about Ananta Sesh. Those silk ropes represent Ananta Sesh. So non-different. So in this way they were engaged. And then they asked Mahaprabhu, what do I do? What is the instruction? Can you tell me? In that also Mahaprabhu is teaching them that you must engage in this chanting of the holy name. So that's where Nama Sankirtan in multiple places. Even when he met Kurma Brahman, there also, wherever he went, Mahaprabhu actually taught all of them. Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna, Sikha. So, Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Karo Krishna, Sikha. So chanting the holy name of the Lord. That's what same thing Krishna also mentioned. But Mahaprabhu is teaching very freely, without any condition, without any surrender, is giving it freely. Krishna has mentioned Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, obviously. But he has some other rules and regulations and more qualifications, surrender, all those things are there. Many other. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving it very freely, the highest level especially, not just sadhana bhakti. So in this way, we understand this actually, this Mahaprabhu's mercy, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy. So wherever we go, the essence is this Karuna, actual mercy and the instruction. So why did Mahaprabhu appear in Navadvip? That is the conclusion, why he appeared. Now Jiva Goswami is describing this Anarpit Charim Chirah. The first reason why he appeared is Atyanta Agati Gatina Naya. The first aspect is mentioning Atyanta Agati Gatina Naya. Gati means destination. Gati means goal. One must have goal. We all have different goals. Job goal, family goals, house, car, whatever. All these various small goals or big goals. So that is ordinary goals. That also you have to strive towards to make that goal. And then further, so within that category you have karma, you have gnana, you have obviously liberation, moksha. But these are secondary. When you engage in bhakti, as Bilamangal Thakur is saying, when we engage in fixed bhakti, bhakti stiratara tvayi bhagavan syad, is mentioning a beautiful prayer. Bhakti stiratara tvayi bhagavan syad. What is it? Muktir Mukilita Anjali Sevate Asma Dharmartha Kamam of Samaya Pratiksha. One who is engaged in Bhakti Stiratara Tvayi Divya Kishore Mute. Yeah. Daivena Falate Divya Kishore. When somebody is engaged in fixed of devotion, what he will get? Daivena Falati Divya Kishora Murti. He will be able to attain that lotus feet of that most beautiful Lord of Daivena Falati Kishora Murti, Divya Kishora. So the earlier pastime, Radharani's pastime, even now it is a place called Siddha Kora or Siddha Chora. So that is the place where this Radharani's pastime happened. Going back to this, so Pelamangal Thakur is saying, one who is fixed up in devotion service, then automatically he will attain Krishna, and for him subsidiary things are Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, automatically will come. This, you don't need to actually, that will stay at the doorstep. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Samaya Pratiksha, it will stay at your doorstep. So you don't need to separately endeavor, let me do this, that, let me chant this verse, let me chant this other book, read these many books, some other thing, let me engage in this sacrifice, let me do this puja, that puja. Sometimes as devotees also, we have seen, they will have all kinds of gods in the altar and they will worship. Yes, I cannot give up this, Sani Devata, I cannot give up this, worship, that worship. You will chant, but you also do this. Not needed. Krishna is mentioning in the 7th chapter, 8th chapter, last verse, what is he telling? Same thing he is telling. Vedesh, Ignesh, Tapas, Jnanesh, Shaiva, Yat Punya Valam Pradishtam, Sarve, Yat Viditva Ayati, Punya Valam, Yat Pradishtam, Upaiti Jayam, I think. So one who is engaged in this Veda, reading Vedas, engaging all the result will come just by engaging in worshiping. You don't need to separately endeavor for all these things. Not needed. But still we have this, that means we are not fixed up. We don't have that strong faith that Krishna will take care. Krishna will give everything. So that strong faith is because we don't have knowledge, first of all. So we have to keep hearing, then that faith will strengthen. Then we will not have any other one-pointed focus. Our mind first of all, we don't have much time. Within that limited time, or if mind is running around this God, this book, that was so many different processes, so many things, then where the mind will concentrate? It cannot concentrate. So it should, that's why Gita in the beginning, Gita Dhyana, the 5 verses, in that there is one verse, Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one book, Gita, just simply concentrate on that, you will be delivered. Just drink that nectar. So that's why Prabhupada is mentioning that in the introduction. So how important to have that focus on what Krishna is teaching us. So in this way we understand actually. So Atyanta Ati, Agati Gati Nanaya. Gati means destination. Agati means you cannot attain. This is not ordinary goal. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving, the first thing is, which is not obtainable at all. Agati Gati. Destination, the highest destination is giving Agati, you cannot attain. Atyanta Agati, most difficult, extremely difficult destination that he is giving. What is that? The most conjugal rasa, the love, Krishna Prema is giving freely. So he is distributing that. That is the first and foremost point. Then further, Jiva Goswami is further describing about what he is giving. The second one is, he is giving because he thought, so Krishna, when I appeared as Krishna, somehow or other I became conjuice. I became, very miserly. I didn't distribute. I didn't actually freely give this Krishna Prema. So then he was thinking about, that's why the second reason, second gift, second aspect of this Anarpita, what exactly is this Anarpita means, which is not given before, is actually by removing the miserly weakness. Krishna thought, okay, let me appear as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again, in the mood of Srimad Radharani, and then give up this my miserliness and let me give it freely. So that there is a beautiful point. And then he's doing the question answer by himself also. So it is called Nija Prema Ratna Rakshana Yatna Udgatatna Karpanya Dosha Durikaranaya. That means Nija Prema Ratna. Nija means to actually his own prema, the highest prema, the highest love. Nija Prema Ratna, it is a jewel. Rakshana is protecting. What he is doing? Yatna Udgata Atma Karpanya Dosha. Whatever he had, his miserliness, he didn't give fully, freely. So that he is removing. That miserliness, Krishna saying, let me remove this, let me freely give. So he is protecting the jewel of prema. That's what it means. Nija Prema Ratna, that is actually Mahaprabhu came to give this, which is Anarpita, protecting the jewel of actual love by removing this Durikaranaya, Karpanya Dosha, Durikarana. We see in Karpanya Dosha in the verse of Bhagavad Gita 2.7, the same word, the same meaning. But it is more, Krishna is thinking, oh, I was not actually freely giving. Actually, I didn't give. Actually, in this verse, in this point, actually, Jiva Goswami is giving. He is going to Purvapaksha and his own. She is arguing from the outsider point of view. What do you mean that this was not given before? When when Krishna appeared, he has given. What do you mean he has not given? No. He didn't give actually. Yeah, he didn't give because the actual truth was not Krishna. They all thought liberation was given, all this one, but the actual, the highest truth, as per the Madhurya, was not given. The highest one. Further, no, he has given. So then, what about then you saying not given? But then what about Ambarish Maharaj? What about Parikshit Maharaj? They attained. Then how did they attain? Then again, he is going to Purvapaksha. He is answering. Somebody is questioning. He is only questioning and he is answering. He is telling, no. They attained because it is like a king. Sometimes go and go to the other kingdom and confiscate things by force and then takes it. Then what they can do? They cannot do. If they are not strong enough, obviously king can do that. Same way, Krishna actually, nobody is qualified actually. It is very, this prema is not ordinary. That's why same aspect actually. If you read Brihad Bhagavatamrita written by Sanatana Goswami, he also received instruction from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that he translated as Brihad Bhagavatam, 3-volume book. In that also same aspects is mentioned. Different levels of devotee, the same aspect is mentioned, this point especially. So then Jiva Goswami is explaining, actually, this is like a king confiscating the wealth. So same way, this Ambarish Maharaj, Parikshit Maharaj, all of them, by force they actually took it from Krishna. By their austerities, by their penance, by their so many things they have done. So by that, they forced Krishna to give. Actually, Krishna was not giving freely. Actually, they forced Krishna to give him. So that's what he is explaining in this way. That Krishna actually didn't give in this way. So actually they forced by their these austerities and so many penances, actually they did. They obtained that. But otherwise it was not given freely. And then further is going. So then, but yes, okay. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was there 500 years ago, he has given. But now he is not there. So who is giving? So that this question, again he is questioning and then he is answering. Yes, he actually, no, that is not correct. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. It is like the king, the same king is, he has brought all the wealth and he is freely. When he conquers the whole world, then what does he do? When somebody is conquering the whole wealth everywhere, it's used in the joyous. With 2 hands, he is distributing all things, wealth, very freely. So like that, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distributing. What is he distributing? Some are silver coin, gold coin, some are jewel, some is Chintamani. So what does that mean? So the king doesn't stop when this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's distribution is going on even now. So what is it translated as? It is called love. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distributing this love not only 500 years ago, even now it is going on. That's what Srila Prabhupada has brought. That's why he named as Sunday Love Feast. So he is distributing freely. He is not caring, only you people come, you don't come. Prabhupada never said that. Actually, it is open for everybody. Same way Chaitanya Mahaprabhu never said. He went everywhere. Throughout India, he traveled from one place to another place. Rest of the place, obviously, Mahaprabhu left for others. Or still Prabhupada, general in Chaitanya's army, he left for him to do this distribution. So obviously, our Acharya has also left for Prabhupada to distribute this love freely because he is the associate of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, especially Nityananda Prabhu, most merciful than even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is distributing that love. In this way, he is telling, just like a king, so he is distributing 3 things. Some are getting silver and gold coin. What is that? That is called sadhana bhakti. Yes, even sadhana bhakti is great. By sadhana bhakti, this is the first limb of before you get prema, there is sadhana bhakti. And then gradually you come to bhava bhakti. Then you come to the prema bhakti. Ultimately, the 3rd step. 3 major categories, obviously. There are 9 steps. So in this way, Mahaprabhu, the Jiva Goswami is explaining the actual Nija Prema Ratna. What is this Nija Prema Ratna? Nothing but some are getting through sadhana bhakti, some are getting bhava bhakti, which is like a jewels. Obviously, king is not going to give jewels to everybody. Some is giving, most freely is giving this the gold and silver coins. But some is giving in a limited way, is giving the jewels, bhava bhakti. Some then the Chintamani, the highest, the prema bhakti. So that he is giving very rarely. Chintamani you cannot find so many. So it is very rare thing to give. So that is being given. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is distributing. But sadhana bhakti is also not easy one. So we can see in our own life, what we are doing before coming to Krishna consciousness, or Antarjati Krishna Bhavanamritam, Krishna Kripamurti. Because of Srila Prabhupada's mercy, we are able to come to this understanding, at least this absolute truth, the knowledge, whatever we limited thing we know, at least by His mercy, at least we are able to do. It's very different from what we were doing before, how time we are spending before, and now it's completely different. That doesn't mean we are pure now, but at least we are on the path of, we are green mango, will become ripe at some time in the life. So it is yet to become ripened, but still it is a mango. It is part. We are still on the path of purity, on the path of perfection. We are there at some level. So that's what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching, the giving, this anarpita, second aspect. First one is atyanta agati naranaya, one which is you cannot attain, extremely difficult is giving. Second one is talking about, is giving Nija Prema Ratna, the jewel, the Chintamani, or the gold or silver coin, like the Sadhana Bhakti, or Bhava Bhakti as jewel, or the Chintamani thing is the highest, the Prema Bhakti is giving. This is the second one. The third aspect is talking about, the actual tattva. Now he's talking about tat dane aswadanam iti tattva prakasanaya. So the important truth about the actually truths about the law, because as we described before, Rupa Goswami, when he described to Rupa Goswami instructed, what did he instruct? He described Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Leela Tattva, one more I missed, Prema Tattva, Rasa Tattva, Krishna Tattva, Bhakti Tattva, Prema Tattva, first three things. The second one is the Rasa Tattva, and then you have Leela Tattva, last one, one more in the middle, I forget. So these 5-6 truths is described.
Bhava Tattva.
Bhava, correct. Ecstatic symptoms, correct. Thank you. So Rasa Tattva, see, you can understand our mind. So at least my mind is not, is fully focused. So not able to remember. So the important truth is talking about, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is talking about this important truths, as it is mentioned, Tad Dane, his own Dana, his actual opulence, Aswadam. He himself is relishing, iti Tattva Prakasanaya, and he is distributing, he is revealing, he is making it arise in your heart of the living entity. So that's why it is mentioned. But who can actually relish it? Obviously, Mahaprabhu is relishing it. Who can relish it actually? Just like somebody, like we have Saturday morning, most of us, we meet various services, obviously take Mahaprasad together. So when somebody is cooking, so Jiva Goswami gives this example actually. Once somebody is cooking, after cooking, if he eats alone himself, so can he enjoy? Can he he can aswad what he has done? No, actually in reality, no. So but the same way, so one who is cooking but is distributing. So then, yes, he can enjoy. He is also taking, but he is also distributing to everybody. So then, the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he is doing, actually, if you want to relish, you must give it to somebody. Then only you can relish. If you give it to somebody, then you know. The love means actually, love is it's a two ways. It's not one way. It's a two ways. So that means you must distribute. You are loving somebody. That means you are giving the love. The other person is also giving love. This is reciprocal. So then only you will relish. Otherwise, how will you relish? And that's what Jiva Goswami is. Now, Mahaprabhu has come to give. The latter points is very important. The fourth and fifth point is very important. We may not cover the whole thing already. Let me check the time. 8:20. I think we are supposed to stop. Maybe let me quickly cover. We are almost there and we'll stop already over the time. It's a huge topic actually. That's why I told I cannot cover more verses. One verse itself, this verse itself is a huge verse. So the third point Jiva Goswami is making is this most difficult, most important truth. Giving freely is distributing this love. Is distributing this love to everyone. More we distribute, more we release. Mahaprabhu. That's why one way to advance in Krishna consciousness, Mahaprabhu teaches in one of the verses. I don't remember now, but it is there in Chaitanya Charitamrita. More we distribute of Krishna consciousness to others, more will advance very quickly, rapidly, actually. So that is one of the important point we need to understand. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching by himself, is giving this, distributing that very freely. That is the third point. Then next point is teaching, is also very important. to make known about his actually beloved Srimati Radharani, Mahabhava Swarupini, the conjugal love, where it is mentioned, the Sanskrit. Preyasi Mahabhava Swarupa, Sri Radhika Tattva Gnanapanaya. So, the Preyasi, who is actually, first of all, to understand, yes, when Krishna appeared, nobody actually, who is Srimati Radharani? Hardly anyone know. That's why if you ask any other Sampradayas, they know Lakshmi Narayan, they know means Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman. But if you ask about who is Srimati Radharani, what is her position, who exactly she is, many of them may not explain, many of them may not understand. Actually, the actual confidential, because it is confidential. So that's why Mahaprabhu is coming to give this Anarpita. What is that? That is Preyasi, about her own, his own, Krishna's. That's why the next verse, 5th and 6th, is talking about the internal pastime, internal reasons. Radha Bhava Jyoti Subalitam Naomi Krishna Sarupu. So the actual mellows, the tasting, the mood, the color is taking all those. The last point, the 5th point is describing that. We will come to that. So the here is describing the actual Mahabhava, not only understanding it, he's talking about it. That's why in Bhagavad Gita, do you see Krishna is talking about Radharani? No. In Bhagavatam, do you see? Yes. In 10th canto, you may see, but do you find anywhere the verse Radha? No. Only word you will find is Ana Aradha. That word is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. So Sukadeva Goswami didn't reveal actually directly. And so in 10th canto you will find the confidential things, but the actual, it is not directly explicitly revealed. But Mahaprabhu is coming to teach, to reveal. So he is revealing, especially he is discussing these with Swarup Damodar and Ramanand Roy, especially in Gambhira, most confidential. He told Ramanand, stop, don't discuss this. So at some point when Samvad is there, Ramanand Roy and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Samvad, when he came to that point, he is describing the highest top is that he is at the top. Then further he came. He didn't go too much deep into that mellows, because it is not supposed to be exhibited or described, especially in public also. So anyway, that is the 4th point where it is mentioned. So to know about his beloved Srimati Radharani Mahabhava and the concept. So to know, obviously, who has taught, as I explained before, everybody thought Krishna is one of the incarnations, Vishnu or Narayana, but actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the one. Through him only we understood this Achincha Veda Tattva. We understood that Krishna is actually original person from whom everything came. So that is the first point. Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is bringing, the Tattva Prakasha as third point. And now he is revealing the further. What to speak about Srimati Radharani's love? Speak about Srimati Radharani, but he's talking about her love, Mahabhava Swarupini. And revealing actual Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the place where the actual, and re-establishing this conjugal pastimes, the Madhurya, Vrindavan Dham, the only abode of love. That is, there is another pastime. In Ramachandra Leela, Sita Devi told, no, why are you killing? I told not to kill. He said, no, in this avatar, I cannot do that. Next avatar, then I will do that. So then again, when he appeared as Krishna in Vrindavan, he is also killing them. You said you will not kill, but then why are you killing? Then he said, So, but he was not directly, actually, he was not using weapons. In Ramachandra Leela, he used weapons. In Vrindavan, we are talking about demons. But Krishna never used weapons, actually. He killed all of them. Whether he choked the throat or he throwed them or different ways. But rather, he didn't use any weapons, actually. So, Krishna is not doing any killing. So, directly, he is actually not using weapons. But still, demons are being killed. Then Radharani is asking, why are you killing? So, next. So, that's why I appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, in Chaitanya Gaur Leela, you will not see, even though when in Jagai and Madai's case, Mahaprabhu ready to take weapon. But then obviously, Nityananda told, no, you didn't appear to take weapons. What are you doing, my lord? So, please don't be angry. Don't bring your weapon. So, in this way, that pastime is also there. So, that is actually Karuna. Karuna is giving freely mercy. So, that is the fourth aspect, revealing this Srimati Radharani's love, the highest truth, and Vrindavan Dham, the actual love, the place, actually original abode in Golok, and even here also born Vrindavan. Then the fifth one, the last point, there are 10 points, but we don't have time, already late. So the fifth point is described. Tat prema, very, very important. The 4 points actually is giving it to us. The fifth point actually he himself is taking. He himself is also receiving. He himself came to release. Tat prema mahima tattva tat tat aswadya swa madurima tat tat cheto mahanubhota swa madura saikalna saikya aswadya. He has come to especially to taste this love, prema, mahima. So he has come to taste the actual love of Srimad Radharani himself. Himself. How he is coming? That's why the Hari, the second meaning of Hari is explained here in this point. Mahaprabhu, the Jiva Goswami is explaining. Why he is called Hari? Because he is stealing. He is a thief. Hari means actually taking away your unwanted things. Thief, butter thief. Here also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also became a thief. How did he become a thief? He steals away Audharyam. He is stealing Srimati Radhika's, Radharani's love to taste himself. He is tasting, because unless he appears in the mood, Krishna doesn't know something. Krishna knows everything, but there is a thing that there is a aspect that obviously, because you are not in the mold or in the position of Srimati Radharani to know how devotee loves you, why, how much they are loving, why they are loving. All these aspects he cannot know. He knows, but again, that aspect we have to understand. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is appearing. He is stealing Srimati Radharani's love to taste. So that's why he is called Hari is used. The first one is Hari as a Gaura Simha, to reveal, remove unwanted things from our heart is appearing, is called Hari. This is the second meaning. There could be other meanings other acharyas might have given. So and then further it is mentioned why did Mahaprabhu appear when during the eclipse, Chandra Grahan? Why is it so? That is also explaining that the Radha Rani is stealing Krishna's heart, Krishna's complexion, gesture, nature. Now Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is taking, so grabbing that. Chandra Grahana means, Chandra Grahana Samaye Hare Krishna iti nama Sangrahayam eva Chandra Graham Prakaram. So Lord Krishna attracting Srimati Radharani and appears as Lord Chaitanya. So as Srimati Radharani is taking the gestures, complexion and nature of the heart, stealing Krishna's heart, attracting. Now the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is stealing from Srimati Radharani and appearing with that complexion, with that actual Radharani is changing the heart of Krishna with her love, with her gestures, all this. Now that's why the Chandra Grahan is happening. That's why Mahaprabhu appeared at that time, because he is in this way, he is taking the mood, taking from Srimati Radharani's complexion, Srimati Radharani's bhava, mood, and especially Audharya, most merciful is Srimati Radharani. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. That's why he is appearing. So in this way, 5 things, aspects are mentioned. So even before Sankirtan started also, Mahaprabhu did one pastime also. One Brahman, Mahaprabhu, Siva, he used to come every day and tell Srivas Thakur, no, please allow me, please allow me. I never performed any simple activities, but I was only taking only milk. Then somehow the Srivas said, okay, you are not sinful, you are qualified, let me go, I will allow you, but you have to hide. I am not supposed to take anybody inside, because Mahaprabhu strictly told. But still, because you are asking, seems to be qualified, so you hide. Then Mahaprabhu realized, I am not getting ecstasy, something is happening. What exactly is happening? He is asking Srivas Thakur. Then he told, this is what has done. Then he told, why did you do that? Did I tell you, did anybody attain my mercy by simply austerities? By simply drinking milk, can you attain Krishna Prema? Can you attain Krishna? Can you attain me? He asked, then why did you do that? Why did you allow him? No, get him out. Get him out. This is before Sankirtan, okay? This is not after Sankirtan started. This is just doing only in Siva Sangha. Later he distributed, he flooded the whole world. But before that pastime, that time also, then Brahmana, while going out, he told, actually I am receiving chastisement, which is very good, actually. Your Lord is being merciful, he is giving chastisement to me. He kicked me out. At least I was able to enter, and he used these words. So that is a mercy, actually, in this way. Then immediately with that consciousness, when he was going out, then Mahaprabhu, actually he is good. So then he brought him in. Then he put his lotus feet on his head. All right, then he is giving mercy. Now go on chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. In this way, Mahaprabhu has given mercy to that Brahmana. So But later on, he started distributing Jagai Madai. Then that's what we see that Suno Suno Nityananda, Suno Suno Haridas. Distribute this love everywhere. No qualification, no place. Everywhere, wherever you don't look for qualification, don't look for the position, don't look for the place. Just freely distribute it without looking at anything. So the beautiful verses in Chaitanya Bhagavat, this has been described. For the interest of time, I'll stop here. Any questions, reflections, comments? Sorry for going over time, 8:30. There's much more to describe. This verse is not an ordinary verse. With my limited capacity, it's very difficult, very hard to describe this, the glory of this verse. This is including everything. The whole subject matter of Chaitanya Charitamrita is there in this verse. So thank you very much. I'll stop sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Krishnadananda Prabhuji. Pretty much covered the entire Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavad Gita, and Srimad Bhagavatam. It was so nice.
Yes. All Shastra.
Yeah, all Shastra, yes. It's in the Varnala form.
How many lives takes time to get this brain?
All glories to Sri Prabhupada. All glories to Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami.
That's so nice.
Maharaj.
So many wonderful.
I'm just listening and listening.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Anybody has anything like to share? Any reflections, comments, questions, concerns?
No, I'm actually very much happy with Prabhu says something. Like in Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya just say, "Ei koli kale ar nahi kono dharma, Vaishnava Shastra ei kahe marma." So that is enough.
Yeah.
But still it's true. We are going here and there. We are thinking we have to memorize this mantra, we have to this brata, these things. But what Prabhupada gave us, that's enough. What Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shows us, that's enough. I am agree.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Very nice, actually, elaboration. And this is very high class, actually, Prabhuji given. And again, last part of his class, okay, he explained how Jiva Goswami explained this verse. This is not an ordinary verse. This is very, very important verse.
Yeah.
So Prabhu covered everything almost. There is very nice Jiva Goswami's explanation, particularly on this verse. But I was this Anarpita Chirang Charit Corona Avatirna Kalo Samarpayetu Unnata Ujjala Rasang Shabakti Sriyam. Here the one word Unnata Ujjala. Unnata Ujjala is very, very significant word in here, which is not in other scriptures.
Yes, Prabhu.
That is not in other scriptures. These two words is very, very important. In other scriptures, it was mentioned that, we know that 5 rashas, up to that. 5 rashas up to that.
Yes.
But this is Unnata Ujjala rashas. That means that it's bright rashas. It is above the 5 rashas.
Mahabharata?
Yes. So that is that Alladini Shar Prem, Premorasha Bhav, Bhavira Parakashta Nama Mahabhav, Mahabhava Sharupa Sri Radha Thakurani, Sharva Gunakani, Krishna Kanta Shiromani. That is the Unnata Ujjala Rasha.
Yeah,
that is
this was. Yeah.
Yes, so Mahabhava Sharupini, that is the above the 5 rashas. We are concentrated the 5 rashas in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. But Chaitanya Charitamrita, for that reason, it is mentioned that Srila Prabhupada mentioned that Chaitanya Charitamrita is a PhD level. So, why PhD level? Jiva Goswami path, what Krishna Namananda Prabhuji explained that 5 points. These are the above the 5 rashas. For that reason, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears also in this material world long time. That is, it was not in Shukta Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga. This is only Ashtadash Ashtavingsha Chaturjuge Dwaparer Sheshi. That is the 100 Yugas. This is the 28th Yugas. Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appears and he distributed. So we are very lucky that we are very close to 500 years. And this prem, it will be distributed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after 100,000 years back. So for that reason, if we are very smart, we have to collect this prem within our heart. So what is the prem Chaitanya Mahaprabhu given? These are not the word. Actually, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. These are not the word only. There, I mentioned before that there is a prem, that each and every syllable has the prem. That prem Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared to distribute it to us. So our duty to capture this prem within our heart. No need, what my wife, she was mentioning that no need for anything, only chant Hare Krishna.
And also distribute also.
And
more distribute, more but Anand.
Yes.
Yeah, then this prem, it is a Mahabhava Swarupini Srimati Radha Thakurani. That is Adi Ruda Bhava.
Yes.
That is the Adi Ruda Bhava. That is everything is topmost. Only Srimati Radharani had. Krishna asking, what kind of prem you have? Why you always attract me? Then find it out that Srimati Radharani has the Adi Ruda Bhava. That is due to that she attracts Lord Krishna. None of the Gopikas has that Adi Ruda Bhava. So the Hare Krishna Mahamantra has also Adi Ruda Bhava is there. So that is our duty. Very carefully chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Then everything will emanate from our heart.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Sorry for that.
Yes, thank you so much, Dattatreya Prabhu. Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. So as we are describing these 10 gifts, 5 only we discussed. We'll see if there is a time, then we'll discuss some other time. But the same way, the next verses we see Nityananda Prabhu's described in 7th onward to 11, 4 verses. So that glory is also, there is a similar aspect of receiving 10 gifts. The author himself is receiving 10 aspects. That is actually glory of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. So that will cover later. But I just want to mention, because of Nityananda Prabhu's mercy, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami receives 10 gifts. This is described in the chapter 5, which is talking about Lord Nityananda Prabhu's glories. In that, there is a one pastime, somewhat directly given some aspects, some are a little more inside, so it is a little bit hard to understand, but he also receives 10 gifts, like as it is mentioned here, 10 gifts Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. So,
Nityananda Prabhu's prem, do you know that what is the Nityananda Prabhu's prem? That Nityananda Prabhu, he distributed the prem.
Yes.
Like Haridas Thakur and Nityananda Prabhu, they used to go together because Mahaprabhu told that Shuna Shuna Haridas, Shuna Nityananda, Shuna Haridas, Amar Aggai Jauhe Korohe Prachar. In Bengal, so they Mahaprabhu sent them. So they used to do the go together. So one instance, just I am telling, so they used to go to the Ganga for taking the bath. So when Nityananda Prabhu went there, take the shower, bath in Ganga, There are a lot of, in the Ganga Ghat, there are a lot of beautiful girls also, they are taking bath. So Nityananda Prabhu was asking, that is the beautiful girls, hey, can you medit me? Can you medit me? He was asking, that is that again. So in general, people will, when they will hear, oh, what it is, then that was complaint to Mahaprabhu. Haridas Thakur came to Mahaprabhu. Then Mahaprabhu, I cannot go with Nityananda Prabhu. He is doing whatever beautiful girl he was saying, and he was asking that, can you merit me? Can you merit me? It is shameful for me. Then another instance, I got Jogai Mata, when both went there, then Jogai go about to hit Nityananda Prabhu, then Haridas Thakur ran away. And Haridas Thakur went to Mahaprabhu. Then he is a pagal आदमी, इसको का पागल आदमी को उसका साथ में के मैं नहीं जाएगा, नहीं जाऊंगा. Then he was complaining to Mahaprabhu that he is a pagal. I cannot go with him.
Then Advaita Acharya told, actually, Advaita Acharya, yes, you are correct. He is pagal. That's why he is mixing with Jagai and Madai. They are on the same category.
That's why he is Abadut. That's Abadut have no other thing. His rules and regulation is different.
Yeah.
So that is why I mention it. Mahaprabhu's prem and Nityananda Prabhu's prem is, you see how Nityananda Prabhu distributed the prem, and how Mahaprabhu distributed the prem. In parallelly, that for that reason I was asking, I was telling this thing.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, that is there in the verse we were describing about that in Madhya Leela Chaitanya Bhagavat 13th chapter 8 and 9 verse. Suno Nityananda Sarvatra Mara Agnya Karoh Prakash Prati Gare Gare Giya Karo Yei Bhikshe Bolo Krishna
Bhajo Krishna Karo Krishna Shikha.
And then what they did, this Nityananda Prabhu, so the Mahaprabhu, what they taught, and what Nityananda Prabhu is telling us, Patra Apatra va Chara Nahi, Sthana Asthana Yei Yanha Paya. Don't look at whether it's qualified or not, but don't look at the place, Sthana or Asthana. Tao Kare Prema Dana, Utiya Kaya Diya Bandara, Vujade Ascharya, Bandara Prema Sata Gunabade. So you eat, you plunder the storehouse. They plundered the storehouse of Krishna Prema, and then lute means plunder, and then they are distributing. They are eating bandar, kaila, and also diya. So he has given. Further it is mentioned. Uchaila Prema Vanya Chandrika Vedaya Stri Vruddha Balaka Yuna Sabare Diyaya Sajjana Dvijana Panga Jada Andaja Prema Vanyaya Dubaila Jagatera Jana. That means telling, don't look at, oh, she's a woman, don't look at that he's old, don't look at he's only child, no, don't look at that he's whether Sajjana or Durjan, whether his good qualities or not good qualities, or whether he is dumb, whether he is blind, he is the lowest. Just distribute freely. Distribute this freely. Nityananda Prabhu is saying all this. This is in Chaitanya Bhagavat. The whole chapter is describing this Jagai Madai pastime. It's a beautiful chapter.
Yeah, that's the greatest gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Yeah.
Distributing this love for the Supreme, and that in such a way that in the scriptures mention only Purushartha in 4 ways. Purushartha means Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. I mean, pretty much all our scriptures, especially Vedas, revealing that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also revealed the Panchama Purushartha.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Panchama.
Yes, yes, you are right.
That is the ultimate, the pure love for the Supreme. Nobody else actually revealed that. Nobody else has mentioned in any of the scriptures this part of it. Everybody has do your duty, dharma, religious principle. Fulfill your desires, dharma, and gain money, attain money, and then fulfill your desires, and then liberate. Somehow you liberate. This is the greatest gift of this age, especially in this age of Kali, and that's the greatest gift that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed to, all of us. and through the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that the pure love for the Krishna, and how to perform that, how to attain that love, and how we can perform that devotional service in such an ecstasy. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed that. So that's the greatest gift for all of you. That's why it's mentioned that one who is able to come in contact with this, to receive the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is the greatest soul. He is a Maha-Atma, because of, unless the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, one cannot come and taste that the pure or Prema Pumarto Mahan. That's the greatest Prema Pumar. Love for the Supreme Lord is the greatest. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealed, and that's what is going to the end of Chaitanya Charitamrita. We are going to see that how that love for the Lord, love for the devotees is exhibited through various devotees and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself. That's the highest of devotion. That's the purest of the devotion, the highest of devotion. And one has to, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was freely giving this. Only, the Nityananda Prabhu said that only remuneration you have to pay, only, that what you have to pay is the faith, nothing else. Just have the faith in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, follow this, and you attain this love. It's the greatest revelation.
Yes. Yeah.
Purishatta Shiromani Prema Mahadan.
Yeah.
You are right.
Then that Krishna consciousness also Rupa Goswami defines, and Prabhupada taken that only. That's how he named ISKCON, International Society of Krishna Ashram, because of this one verse. The second verse which we described already. The verse is Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavitam Adi Kriyatam Api Labhyate Janma Kodi Sukrudavi Nalav Tatra Laulyam Api Ekala Mulyam. What we need to give, this is the most rare. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavitam, the mellow of the highest rasa. If you want to receive it, only one price you have to pay, that is greed, laulyam. Intense greed we need to have to associate with devotee, to chant, to hear, to be connected with Krishna, and obviously through Guru and devotees. So then that is the price, is greed. We want to do it. That is the free will we have to use. Then we can.
Yeah. Bhaktichari Maharaj, I was remembering Bhaktichari Maharaj gave a class in our ISKCON CNJ, I think a few years back, and Maharaj was mentioning that it's not easy that one can go back to Godhead or go back to Golok or Vrindavan. It's not easy. Very difficult, extremely difficult. Not one can easily attain that position. Go back to Golok or Vrindavan. Maharaj was saying that then why Srila Prabhupada was mentioning, okay, go back to Godhead, back to Golok Vrindavan, back home, back to Godhead. Why Srila Prabhupada was mentioning this very, 100% guarantee, 100%, convincingly and confidently, saying this, back to Godhead, go back to Godhead. Bhaktichari Maharaj was mentioning that is just by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is possible. Otherwise, it is not possible. So that's the greatness of your devotees. That's very, very important that, it's freely given to the devotees, the people, to take it. But, unfortunately, many is not able to get it. So, but that is the truth. So Srila Prabhupada was giving this back home, back to Godhead, very clearly saying because of the reason that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy and the Sankirtan movement, and one who follows, one who takes up, one can easily attain the Golok Vrindavan. So Maharaj was giving this, and it was very profound. I still remember that. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so this is not disease, Bengali and Sanskrit. Hare Krishna, where can find Jiva Goswami commentary? Yeah, okay. So, yeah.
I replied, it is bad. My suggestion is to hear from devotees. So any Acharya's commentary, it is better to hear from devotees. Many of sannyasis, Maharaj describing, whether it's Vrindavan Das Thakur, not Vrindavan, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, or Baldev Vidya Bhushan, Jiva Goswami. So many of our acharyas, our disciples, Prabhupada, Bhakticharya Maharaj also gave classes in the 5th, 5th, 6th verse. This verse also. Maharaj has given, Prabhupada Maharaj has described more of from Sandarbhas. So similar topics, but all these from the previous acharyas, from our own reading, it will be very difficult unless we hear from those who are realized and their truths have been revealed to them. When we hear from them, it becomes much more easier. Otherwise, when we say Atyanta Ati Gatananaya, means what does it mean? We will not be able to know what it means. So even if we study, we will not be able to really connect and apply it and understand it deeply. But when we hear from the pure devotee, so then we'll be able to. So that is the best way to do it. So yeah. But
my recommendation is go through the Chaitanya Charitamrita, so we will understand the pretty much essence of what Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami is described. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is the best source of to get the what is called the glimpse of the teaching. So that is needed in order to really understand anything about the teachings of or the books of Sri Jiva Goswami or Sanatana Goswami or Sri Rupa Goswami or 6 Goswamis. It's highest of the highest. So we need to understand the basics of this bhakti, especially the love for the Supreme Lord. Many times we try to read as Brihad Bhagavatamrita, but that is in the highest form of the realizations and ecstasy, and one may think that it is just a fiction. So that's very important that to understand this Chaitanya Charitamrita first in order to even go into the teachings of the 6 Goswamis. So it's important. Please join every week, and we are started this. And of course, listen other devotees, and as mentioned that there are ways to understand, and this all helps. So, but I would suggest systematically, when we put something systematically, this is a systematic study of Chaitanya Charitamrita, so we can get more out of it from the devotees.
Yeah.
Actually, Prabhuji, it was suggested that our scripture actually suggested that Chaitanya, before read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, we should read the Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat, then Chaitanya Charitamrita. It was suggested.
Yeah. Chaitanya Bhagavat is little more easy to understand.
That is the exact. It is the first times of Mahaprabhu, so mainly Prabhuji.
Yeah.
That is the Chaitanya Bhagavat. And Chaitanya Charitamrita is a philosophy.
Yeah.
It is topmost philosophy.
Yeah.
Even
Chaitanya Bhagavat is more of a pastimes, more majority, but Chaitanya Charitamrita, because this is what, when Prabhupada always, whenever he gave class or books, always, philosophy is always combined with pastime. He never gave just pastime. So that's why Prabhupada presented Chaitanya. Book itself is like that. More so, Prabhupada gave more philosophy even in his classes of Chaitanya Charitamrita.
It's needed. It's needed for us. This is for us, for needed. This tattva, these principles are needed in order to understand our constitutional positions.
From that and understand Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sometimes I feel like that. Sometimes I feel like when I really understand Bhagavad Gita, then I can understand Bhagavatam.
Yeah, but the mercy of devotees that life is very short. We are also busy in this age of Kali, and one cannot even finish Bhagavad Gita itself, even if he's seriously looking into it. So by the mercy of devotees is possible. So mercy is everything. By the mercy, everything is possible. So mercy is important. So by the mercy, we can at least try to go further. And as even Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami himself mentioned that don't read my book, read Chaitanya Bhagavat. Mine is, this, don't read. Then Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami mentioned that if you read this one, you will go into the, hell, kind of thing, Read Chaitanya Bhagavat. Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami himself was saying about it. So, but we don't take that. This is all highest level of realizations. But what we need to do, this is, we are in this material. We are not sannyasis. We are not renounced or anything. We are grihasthas. Still, we need to understand the basics of it. So we need to go through all this and understand the basic. So then we come to the realization and, come to the state of real pure consciousness. So only through that hearing only will help to come to the pure consciousness. Then only pure consciousness we can perform pure bhakti. Otherwise, we are not doing pure bhakti. We are mixed bhakti. We may be, so much. We cannot even compare to any of this, right? We are not even bhaktas. We are just sahajiyas and sadhagas and, we are still enduring for all material, things. We are not really even not there, right? So we need this philosophy. We need this understanding, basic understanding. So then we can slowly progress in bhakti. So that's the intention. That's the mode. Not that, we are to become scholars of any of those things. No. We are trying to understand the, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's teachings. That's the basic things, but that is all about it. We are trying to understand what is the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because we are, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we are connected, we are related, and so we need to understand what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu really taught us.
Yeah.
That's important. Okay, so I think it's 8:58, pretty much. If there is nothing else, then let's conclude. Anybody else has any other reflection? I think only 2-3 devotees are speaking. Anybody else wanted to share your realization, your comments?
Yes.
Any recommendations?
Questions?
Questions? Yeah. Any recommendations? That's what is very important.
No, it is again, it was written, it is again 3/4 of Chaitanya Lila explained in Chaitanya Bhagavat. 1/4 was written in Chaitanya Charitamrita. I think you mentioned, Prabhuji, it is your first day when you give the introduction. At that time, you mentioned it.
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah, that is, you mentioned it. That is.
Yeah.
First, it was written, that is Swarup Damodar Goswami, and Swarup Damodar Goswami, and from Korsa, and the other person, I forgot. The other person.
Swarup Damodar Goswami is written in brief, and Raghunath Das Goswami is written in detail.
Raghunath Das Goswami.
Yeah, Raghunath Goswami. Yes, Raghunath Das Goswami is pretty much revealed to the Krishnadas Goswami.
Krishnadas, because
and
they are very
Das
close.
Goswami was the spiritual master of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami.
Exactly. They are very close to, and they used to live in Radhakund. That is the 1/4 that is he was greeting, and Swarup Damodar Goswami's Korsa. From
he used to write every day when he was with
The
Mahaprabhu.
diary.
In Gambhira.
Korsa means diary.
Yep.
In Bengali, it is called Korsa. English is called the diary.
Yeah.
That is from the Korsa, it was written. Very good.
Very nice.
To know that philosophy, to know about the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in our sadhana life and get the mercy from Mahaprabhu is most important for us. Our life, what you mentioned, that our life span is very small. Very small.
Very small, yes.
Very small, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's 9 o'clock.